This lesson is on completing the square and being able to write quadratic equations in this form. You've also got your equipment that you need for this lesson so that you can complete some of the examples and also the main task at the end. Some of these keywords that you've already come across, things like the coefficients and leaving the answers in third form. So for the first example, we're going to look at a question and write it out as a completing the square form. So if here's a question, x squared plus 4x, and I'm going to write that out as a completed the square form, which will end up looking like something like x plus a, where a will be a value squared plus b, and again b will be another value there. Now the first part, for me to, if I compare that to this, okay, what I need to look at is this is a double bracket with the squared. So those two, okay, same bracket being squared by itself. So what I need to think about is how can I get the 4x from a double bracket? Well, if I start off with x plus 2 all squared, so double bracket, same value, and I'm now going to expand the two brackets. I get x squared, x times x, plus x times 2, 2x, plus 2 times x, 2x, plus 4. And I'll simplify that. I've got x squared plus 4x plus 4. And that is equal to x plus 2 all squared, which is that bracket there. Now, if I only want the x squared plus 4x part from here, I need to get rid of this plus 4. So to get rid of it, well, what we need to do is do the inverse operation here. So plus minus 4, and it's minus 4 from both sides. So now what we end up with, x squared plus 4x is equal to x plus 2 all squared minus 4. So now what we've done is we've written this x squared plus 4x in the form of completing the square. So where you've got x plus 2 inside the bracket all squared and minus 4 on the outside. Now, where did we get the numbers from? Well, first part, if I look at the question, x squared plus 4x, so that coefficient there, if I half that, that goes inside the bracket. So 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, so that will be x plus 2. And that sign will be the same what's inside the bracket. So if that was a negative 4, that will be minus 2. And we'll look at some examples of that in a second. And then the second part to that is if I then square that number there, 2 squared, I need to take it away from on the outside. So it's always going to be subtracting here at this point. So the double bracket, so x plus 2 squared minus 4. So in these examples, we're asked to write the following in the completed the square form. So we start off with the first question, x squared plus 16x. So remember, for this first bracket, I write half of this value here, x plus 8 and all squared, and then I need to subtract the square of this number here, so 8 squared, which gives me 8, so x plus 8 all squared minus 64. So for the second example, we've got x squared plus 10x plus 31. So I'm going to look at just the x squared plus 10x part first, and looking at and leave the 31 to on the final step. So first part, x squared plus 10x plus 31 is equal to x plus 5 all squared. So okay, remember, divide this value by 2, that coefficient, that gives me 5, and now square that value, take away 25, and now I need to remember I've still got the plus 31 there. So now I end up with x plus 5 all squared and minus 25 plus 31 is equal to plus 6. So my completed square for this question is x squared, x plus 5 all squared plus 6. And again, on the last question, I'm going to deal with the x squared minus 6x first. I leave the minus 5 till the very last step. So I end up with x squared minus 6x minus 5 is equal to x. This time is minus 3 inside the bracket. Again, half of this term, all squared. Now, minus 3 squared is 9. So again, I need to subtract the 9 and subtract the 5 that was there already. And I end up with x minus 3 all squared minus 14. What I would like you to do now is pause the video and try these questions. And once you've got the answers, play the video and I will talk you through the answers. So for this first question, x squared plus 14x. So remember, we need to divide the value here, 14 divided by 2. So we end up with x plus 7 all squared and subtract the square of the 7. So minus 49. So we got x plus 7 all squared minus 49. For the second question, x plus 4 all squared minus 16, that's 4 squared, plus the 21. And then again, we simplify the minus 16 plus 21 at the end. So we end up with x plus 4 squared plus 5. And the last one, x squared minus 12x minus 15. So that becomes x minus 6 all squared minus 36. That was your 6 squared. So again, remember, it's always take away. And then minus 15, that was already there. So then you simplify the minus 36 minus 15 gives us minus 51. So in this next example, we've got 2x squared plus 8x plus 7, and we asked to write it in completely this square form. And if you notice, this time the coefficient in front of the x squared is bigger than 1. So far, all the questions that we looked at, the coefficient has been 1. But in this question, the coefficient is 2. So for the first part in this question, what we are going to do, 8x plus 7, we're going to first part factorize the first two terms so that we end up with the x coefficient being as 1. So that's 2 on the outside, 2x squared. That gives me the x squared plus 4x and x squared plus 4x inside the bracket, and the plus 7 is still outside the bracket. So now what I'm going to do, I'll complete the square on just this x squared plus 4x part. So I end up with x plus 2, so half of the 4x, half of the 4 gives me the 2 inside the bracket, minus 2 squared, that's minus 4, and I've still got that 2, so that all that bracket is that, plus 7. So now I'm going to expand the bracket, this outer bracket, so that's 2 times x plus 2 all squared, and the 2 times minus 4 gives me minus 8 plus 7. So I end up with 2 bracket x plus 2 all squared minus 7 plus minus 8 plus 7, it gives minus 1. So what I would like you to do is pause the video and try these two questions. Once you're done, play the video and then I'll go through the answers. For the answers for this first question, first step is to factorize the first two terms in this question. So you'll get 3 on the outside, and remember you're trying to make sure that the x squared term coefficient is 1. So here it'll be x squared minus 2x plus 11 stays the same, and then you then convert the x squared minus 2x into the completed the square form. X minus 1 squared minus 1, and then remember you still got the 3 on the outside, so you multiply it all by 3. So the 3 bracket x minus 1 all squared minus 3 plus 11, and again you simplify the minus 3 plus 11 at the end, you get plus 8. For the second question, you again factorize the 4x squared plus 40x and complete the square. And then once you've done that, you need to multiply the 4 with the 25 to get minus 100. So now you've got 4 bracket x plus 5 all squared minus 105. So for the main task of this lesson, I would like you to complete 4 questions from the red and 4 questions from the green. So that's 8 questions in total. Once you're done, take a photo of your work and upload that onto class charts for you to have completed the work for this lesson.